Hi everybody, welcome to the Fire Up with CJ show. We are sparking yet again, and we have Sarah Hebert and Claudia Cheyne-Cook, and we are going to step you through something to help you with your New Year's resolutions. Now, probably in the beginning of the year, you made some New Year's resolutions. They're either maybe working for you or not, but here's an alternate view and a fun exercise that you can play with at home while you watch our wonderful co-creators co-create, spark, and tell you a little bit about your New Year's resolutions in a different way of looking at it. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much. Hi. So one of the things that maybe give one a whole new perspective is to take a look at those resolutions and think about perhaps the story behind the resolution. Because particularly if it's the same resolution that we often do again and again and again, year after year, and we're good for a while and then we're not, and it's separating, as you said, Sarah has said a little bit ago, the desire from the goal. Look at the story behind the resolution and find that there are things perhaps in that story that serve us. Perhaps in the context of the story, there was something that can serve you in a decision you make today because of an experience you had. But there may be other things, because this story, you're still carrying it with you, there are elements that you want to release and let go of.
Okay.
So a great way to do that is involve play around that.
Okay. Let's give an example of one of the resolutions.
Okay, do that.
And so let's say over and over again your resolution has been to get healthier, take better care of your body so that, you have some experience, whatever that experience is. So when Claudia mentioned desire, so looking at what is the desired experience that you want from what you think that goal is going to give you. Do you want to be able to, do more social things because you feel more comfortable if you're a little bit healthier and you can sort of maybe keep up with a hiking group or whatnot? Or do you want to sort of have more confidence? So think about what the desire is behind that. And then look at your goal and say, does this goal really sort of get me there? Or can I actually do some things now where I have that experience? I have the experience immediately without achieving this goal. And interestingly, if you start having the experiences that you want of your desire, then working towards something that gets you more of that is easier. Because you're having the experience over and over again. When you find yourself stuck, and it's been your third year in a row, and you haven't lost that last 10 pounds, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it this year, and you've been jogging for the first 16 days, you did it all, and then you kind of got little sniffles, and you're like, okay, I didn't make it out that day, and I didn't make it out that day, and you've fallen off the wagon. It's the end of January now, and you're sort of like, okay, here I am again. That's where you look at, what is behind this? What am I attaching this to that is story? And that's where we're going to go to this exercise.
To this great exercise.
Yes.
So, we'd like you to take a piece of paper.
Okay.
And on that paper, draw a heart.
Okay.
You see that?
Okay.
And perhaps within that heart, take some nuggets from that story. You have delved in, you see the story. Some nuggets of the story that have served you through what you've accomplished to this last 10 pounds, say. And put those inside the heart. You want to keep those because they have served you.
Okay. So things that are going well with respect to your goal of losing 10 pounds. Maybe I lost 5 pounds, so I'll put that in the heart. Is that what you mean?
No. Because it's not about the numbers. About pounds.
Well, we shortcut something. So think about your goal. Think about the story behind the goal. Maybe it's because you were always called the chubby one. Maybe it's because you kind of don't feel like you measure up all the time. There's some story that that reels in your head over and over again that you either tell out loud or that is just way too familiar to you.
Okay.
Now, from that story, that's what we're working with. We're working with that story. Now you go to, what about that story has served me?
Okay.
And you write those things in your heart because you're carrying them with you for the next step in your life, and they are valuable to you. They have helped you in some way be stronger, take the next step, do something new, whatever it might have been.
Inspired you somehow.
Okay.
Okay. Now, look at that same story and look at the elements of that story that do not serve you now. Maybe they served you at one time, but they no longer serve you. And list those just bullet points outside of the heart.
Okay.
Just list a few. Okay, done?
Mm-hmm.
Then I want you to take one glaring, the boom, the one that just really lights up when you look at that list.
Yes.
And you would take a balloon.
Okay.
And you would write that glaring aspect that pops up, and perhaps came up at the very top of your list,
Yes.
and write it on your balloon.
Okay. Like, so for me, I was thinking about losing 10 pounds, losing 5 pounds, and then on my list was the punitive voice that's like, oh, why can't you do it? You know, or something. Yeah. Why don't?
Yes.
How come you keep on having this goal and you don't do it? You know, it's that kind of punitive language. So I would write that on the balloon.
Yeah.
Yes, write that on the balloon.
Okay.
And if we're in our workshop, you'd be writing a list of things.
Ooh, okay.
That's time for class.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you have a good sized balloon, you can put a number of things on there. Then also we have with our
A pin.
a pin.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do on the count of 3, we're going to obliterate the things that we just wrote on the balloon that don't serve
I
us.
love that. I love
Are
that.
we ready?
We're ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I think that's powerful. It's powerful because I think even if you're writing those things on the balloon with your negative stories and you're plowing all that negative energy into the balloon, when you pop it, there's some type of beauty that happens with it just being disintegrated and gone. It's like, okay, that's my ritual. It's gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's gone. And ritual is so important because our subconscious doesn't know that that is not real.
Right.
That those things have actually, to your subconscious, they're gone.
Yes. Yes. I like that. I've done one where I did this with my girlfriend. We wrote all the negative things that we were thinking, and we drew a picture of it, and then we burned it up, and then we took the ashes and did something nice with it. So it was still part of our history, but, you know, it was still part of us, still part of our history, but it transformed into ashes. So it was in a different place as a ritual, much like the balloon was like a form, and then it transformed into a different place.
Yeah, there are a number of different rituals or games. Make it playful. We have great music playing, and it's very energetic when a group does it all together.
Yeah.
And a big hurrah. It's very powerful and fun.
Yeah, I love it.
I think this is a fun one to share this with. So we have the perspective, you know that little voice that said, oh, you can't really do it, you know. And
Your critic.
yeah, your critic. Well, there's other voices, right? And when you are connected with your essence and your love and you know it's there and it never leaves you, you come to understand that the still small voice in your head doesn't think you suck.
Here's a great.
This is one of our little cartoons that we use. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, I can.
So,
I love it.
it's a funny little thing, but when we lift ourselves out of it, and we know that nagging voice, whether it's about your achievement or lack of achievement on your resolution,
Right.
it never thinks you suck. You're not hanging out, you're not tapping into your essence when that's what's playing in your head. And you don't have to beat yourself up about that. In fact, don't beat yourself up about that. But do recognize that that's not your wisdom talking.
Yeah.
And it's a thought, right? What can you do with thoughts?
Yes.
Bing!
Things are gone.
That's another one will come.
Right. It's impermanent, right? They'll come as quickly as you let them. They'll let go as quickly as you let them go.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a
So
bubble.
true.
Pop.
Yeah.
That's great, guys. Thank you so much. And tell us the date of your workshop at East West Bookstore.
February 1st.
February 1st.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, Friday at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Yay! Come join. All right, excellent. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks so much.